Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something really meaningful and unique: the Sabbath, as observed by Seventh-Day Adventists. Whether you're new to this, curious about what makes it different, or just want a better understanding, stick around. You're in for something deep, but simple. Let's start with the basics. The Seventh-Day Adventist Sabbath is all about rest, worship, and reconnecting with God, with family, and with yourself. It's not just a religious tradition, it's a lifestyle rhythm, a sacred pause every single week. Now here's something many people don't realize: the Sabbath, for Seventh-day Adventists, is on Saturday. That's right, not Sunday like most Christian groups. And that's a huge part of what sets them apart. It all goes back to the Bible, especially the 10 Commandments. In Exodus 20, the fourth commandment says, "Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy." It talks about working for 6 days and resting on the seventh. Adventists believe that seventh day is Saturday because when you look at the biblical week, the seventh day has always been Saturday. This day begins at sunset on Friday and ends at sunset on Saturday. That's a full 24-hour period dedicated to God. But it's not about rules and rituals. It's about stepping away from the hustle of life and really finding peace in God's presence. And what do Adventists do during the Sabbath? Well, they gather for worship services, usually on Saturday morning. These services often include singing, prayer, and a sermon from the Bible. It's a time to come together as a community and focus on spiritual things, but it's also a family day. Many Adventists spend time in nature, go for walks, visit loved ones, or just rest. There's this beautiful balance between worship and rest. It's not meant to be heavy or burdensome, it's supposed to refresh your soul. There's no work, no shopping, no business during Sabbath hours. Not because it's forbidden out of fear, but because they believe God gave this time as a gift. A gift to slow down and remember what really matters. One of the cool things about the Adventist Sabbath is how intentional it is. As the sun goes down on Friday, many families light candles or sing together. It marks a shift, a mental and spiritual change. You're entering sacred time. And when the Sabbath ends on Saturday evening, there's often a closing gathering, maybe a song, a prayer, or a short devotion. It's like gently stepping out of sacred time and back into the regular week, but with a renewed spirit. Adventists also believe that keeping the Sabbath isn't just a tradition, it's part of God's original design for humanity. They point back to creation in Genesis, where God himself rested on the seventh day, not because he was tired, but to set an example. For them, Sabbath is a reminder of creation. It's also a symbol of freedom. Remember, God freed the Israelites from slavery in Egypt, and he gave them the Sabbath as a sign of rest and deliverance. It's a way of saying, you are not a slave to work, you belong to God. In the New Testament, Jesus kept the Sabbath too. Adventists love pointing this out. He went to the synagogue on the Sabbath and often did good deeds, healing people, helping the poor. So they believe Sabbath isn't just about resting, but also about doing good and showing love. Some people asked, isn't that legalistic? But Adventists see the Sabbath as grace-filled. It's not about earning salvation. It's about enjoying the rhythm God created, the same way you'd enjoy a vacation day given by your boss, but even better, because it's weekly, and it's divine. Around the world, millions of Seventh-day Adventists from different countries, languages, and cultures observe the Sabbath every week. Whether it's in a small village in Africa, a city in Europe, or a beach town in South America, the same day, the same purpose: rest and worship. For many, Sabbath becomes their favorite day of the week. It's a break from stress, a reset button, a breath of fresh air in a noisy world. And in today's non-stop society, that kind of pause isn't just spiritual, it's powerful. Here's the heart of it. The Seventh-day Adventist Sabbath isn't just about Saturday. It's about trust. Trusting that when we stop, God still provides. It's about relationship, not religion. It's about making space to hear God's voice in a busy world. And whether you're Adventist or not, There's something beautiful in the idea of weekly rest, a chance to unplug, to reconnect, to be reminded that life is more than deadlines and notifications. The Sabbath is God saying, "Come away with me for a while. Let's rest together." Alright, that's it for today's video. I hope you found this helpful, eye-opening, or at least interesting. If you've got questions about the Sabbath, or want to learn more about the Adventist faith, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for spending a little time here today, and hey, whether you keep the Sabbath or not, I hope you find time this week to rest and recharge. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.